Okay, so this is our market alert video for today, which is March 11th. And as you may know, the stock markets around the world were in free fall today. And all I can say is I'm very thankful that we sold yesterday on a hugely up day. And when you want to sell, you want it to be on an up day. And fortunately, we got that. So here we sit right now on the sidelines. And as I've mentioned to you in previous communications, we ask that you do not look at your accounts online yet because trades are settling and values could change between now and Friday when all the trades are settled. However, everyone got the closing price on Tuesday, regardless of the fact that things are trading. Everything got done in one day. Now, questions we've been asked are we going to leave the money in the money market fund? Are we going to buy bonds with that? At this point, we don't know. We're going to wait and see. One of the issues that is at risk right now is the trade war, the price war between the Russians and the Saudis, and the drop in the price of oil could hurt our shale producers, and our shale producers have a lot of debt in high yield bonds, and those high yield bonds could experience losses. If that happens, the bond market could be affected negatively by that as well. So before we decide to put money into the bond market, we need to be sure that that's a safe place to go. So we're going to wait on that before we do anything, and we're going to monitor it with the money we have that is in our bond portfolio. Okay, so we're watching that for you already. The big thing, though, is the coronavirus, and now the WHO has announced that it is, in fact, a pandemic. So a word is, epidemic, pandemic. You may think, well, so what? It's just a word. Well, it isn't. A pandemic is a hugely political word. It causes all kinds of things to happen that wouldn't have happened before with health agencies around the world, etc. So it's a big deal. And we are seeing the number of infections in this country start to increase, and we don't see how that will stop. It'll get worse, and we're going to start seeing businesses shut down. We're going to start seeing football games with no fans in the stadiums, schools being shut down. As we know, Italy has quarantined their entire country. We wonder what will happen, though, even if they go 3 weeks and they have no more new cases of coronavirus. Is that now they're going to open up their borders to everybody else to come in? I don't think they're going to do that. So they may stay quarantined for a long time. And if other countries do that, how do you do business? How do you trade with each other? Goods crossing borders and those kind of things. So this has the potential of really becoming a big, ugly mess. And because of the downside risk that represents, we do not want you to experience that. We want to make sure, to the extent that we can, to protect you from that. And therefore, we are 100% convinced that the sale we made yesterday was the right thing to do to protect you from that downside. Now, could it all be resolved in the next 3 days and suddenly everything goes up and we're all looking back and thinking we wish we hadn't sold? Of course. But right now, we don't have that knowledge. All we know is that there is a massive downside potential, and we don't want you to be exposed to that, and therefore we have taken evasive action on your behalf. Okay? Now, the one thing that we are also, so to answer that question for you, yes, we are happily out. One thing that we are concerned about, and that, it may sound self-serving, but it isn't. Our goal is to help as many people as we possibly can to avoid financial pain, especially people who are retired or who are retiring soon. And if you have friends or family or anyone that you know that you're concerned could be experiencing great financial damage if this market goes down from here, which we think it will, I encourage you to pass this video on to them, encourage them to talk to us. We want to be able to protect them like we are now protecting you if we possibly can. We don't want anybody to be experiencing financial pain like what happened in 2008 if we can help it. So, take that as you will, but we hope that you will pass this video on to them, and at least they will take action. Whether they become a client or not is not the main thing. It's that they are taken care of. Okay, so once again, we hope that despite all of this, that you are not worrying. We hope that you are having a certain amount of peace of mind. I can tell you that as in previous bear markets, yes, from the peak of the market till today or yesterday when we sold, we have seen a down in our investments, but we firmly believe that that is a tolerable pain. It hurts, but it's tolerable. It's not going to bankrupt any of us, I don't think, but certainly a big loss could, and again, we want to avoid that kind of thing. So thank you very much for having us as your retirement planner. Let us worry about this so that you don't have to. Now that we're out, you have less to worry about, but don't worry about any of it. Let us do it for you, and we will talk soon. Thank you.